Hello and welcome to another Lurcher Gallery Productions. We're here in the garden today, so we have more space to do the try-on with the Space Marine Armour that I promised that we would sort out for you. And I'm trying to stick with my promises. Not sure how it's going to turn out video-wise. It's a bit sunny and we're stuck in a shady patch as well. And the rest of the garden looks like a tip. And my cameraman at the moment can't see the screen very well. So we'll let you know how it goes on. I'm wearing my harness, which all Space Marines need to keep their armour in. It will be tightened up. We shall most likely do a into the armour and then come back, kind of, you know, meanwhile, back at the back cave type thing. I have also brought out, it's like a compression corset thing to try and see if that helps around the waist, so I think I'm going to need something longer. And I did also bring out your various other bits, which at the moment have just had a fiberglass, and I did do some filling around the edge with the 2-part putty. And since you last saw, I also did all the really extra sharp edges in the arms so that they're somewhat less pointy than they used to be. So we shall see how that comes out. Legs, they all stand by themselves. We're not quite sure of the process of getting into the armour fully because it's awkward, especially with the whole leg side of things. As you can see from the armour, it's in various stages of painting and sorting through, as it was before. I like to do it with an undercoat because then you can sand it and find out where the lower patches are for filling. That's why those are scruffy. They've only been undercoated. That's been done with a nice, I think it's gunmetal is the spray colour, and the idea is I'll do it all with the gunmetal and then do the Space Wolf over the top in the hope that if it scratches you'll get some metally effect underneath. We already showed you the backpack. The shoulders, if I bring you in closer to see the shoulders, I'm still not sure how we're going to mount these. I haven't treated any of the edge around here and they are really rough in some places, but if I can fill the back and make some sort of padded shouldery bit, because I'd like them to have more movement than just the little hook bits that the standard armour thing that people make do, because also that will be in the way of where my clips are. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, we shall return with me at least semi-armoured.
A few moments later.
Right, we lack able to clip this onto things, so I shall be holding it in my strong arm. But yeah, as you can see, we have the legs on. We've screwed the backpack on to give you a look of how it will look. The only problem is now I'm realising that it wants to throttle me. So I'm going to have to put in some adjustment for that, or a bit of extra padding to keep it forwards. Plus with the weight, that's quite a bit on the shoulders and that's a little uncomfortable. So maybe some padding on the shoulders would come in handy as well. But the legs work fine. But generally you need your feet splayed out a little bit so that I don't crotch myself.
I've got more field of view, you can walk around.
Got a good amount of movement. The legs I probably could have done with tightening the harness up. I think they're going to have to go on separately, like the top half on, tighten it all up to where I need it, and then clip the bottom parts of the legs on, rather than the palaver we went through just now with trying to put them on whole. But until we tried it, we didn't know these things. This is why it's a test fit. So I'm quite happy with how the legs move. They got to sit a little higher so the knees are at the right point, but I know that they will do that once I get the harness tightened. This is going to be adjusted so it doesn't try and throttle me. Maybe if I get something around the waist, I can find a way of like anchoring it down, fixing it to the front piece, so as it keeps it like that. I can't reach the lower things. I lack the ability to bend down past a set point.
Some Space Marine you are.
I know, but I'm not actually a real Space Marine.
Step Space Marine?
What you doing, Step Space Marine?
What do you mean? You mean to pass like
I was going to show initially with the crotch plate in place.
Alright. Mighty crotch.
Because I hadn't seen how that looks.
You still can't?
No, but I will be able to on camera, you see.
Will you?
I will.
What if I leave? What if the video ends here? Like, bye
No.
everybody. Bye,
No.
everybody.
And then if I pop that back down and you give me the dumper cover. I need the dumper cover. I would be able to get out. I would just have to fall over into the pond first. Because that will sit around like that.
If I leave head and arse.
I know. I'll put some padding in there so as to simulate an arse, like real Space Marines have. If you give me an arm.
You want the correct one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Want a sword?
Fetch me my sword, boy. And if I turn away so that my strong arm's out of the picture, I would hold a shoulder pad, but again, I can't really reach around with that.
Cut me kind of out, and I'll awkwardly hold one in place.
We can blur your face anyway, so we don't upset people too much or scare the children.
There you go. How's that?
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's how it would look, ladies and gentlemen. All in all, obviously there's going to be a lot more figuring out how this goes, and as we work out new bits of it, we shall attempt to bring and show you how it improves and how I actually manage, but that gives you a general gist of how it looks. Choppy chop. Choppy chop.
Let me see your war face.
Bah! War. What's it good for? Absolutely nothing.